Hey there, fashion bosses, how are you doing today? Welcome to today's class. So, in today's class, we'll be learning how to make this beautiful Dashiki top. From knowing how to make the plackets rather, other people also call it flap, to the pockets, from the cutting to the sleeve, how we use this fabric to design the front, everything, guys. You're going to learn how to make this Dashiki. Okay, but this trouser you are seeing with it is not part of today's class. How be it we have a training, where you can learn how to make this pant. It's strictly for pants, making different types of pants, from palazzo to straight pants to this type to combat, cargo, wrap pants, and all of that. So if knowing how to make this then shake it up is what you would like to learn, please stay to the end of the class. And whilst at 8, do not forget to subscribe if this is your first time on this channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, we say thank you, God bless you. Okay, so here we are on the cutting table. So I have my fabric already cut out. Okay, the length for the front, so the back and the front are actually different. So for the front is measuring 30 inches, and then I folded it using my hips divided by 4 plus 3 inches seam allowance. Okay, and then the next thing we'll do is to get our sleeve measurements from our center back to where we want the sleeve to get to. Okay, all right, so that's what I actually used to fold, not the hip, because that was bigger than the hip. Okay, all right, what I got for the center back to the sleeve was about 17 inches. Hip is about 11.5, so I use that to fold. Okay, so the back pieces is going to be longer than the front piece by 4 inches, so but the same width. All right, so this is me placing the front piece on the back piece. Okay, remember I said the front piece is 30 inches. Okay, it's actually 28, but I added 2 inches, so the back is 4 times longer, 4 inches longer than the front piece. And you will know the reason why. Is because the back is going to fall over on the front, on the shoulder line. Okay, so I place it this way, and then I come to this angle, and then I'm going to deduct 3 inches for my shoulder slope. Okay, I'll measure 3 inches for the shoulder slope, right? Don't forget the back piece is 4 inches longer than the front piece. Okay, so we are cutting both of them together. So after measuring 3 inches for the shoulder slope, I'll just connect it with a slant line like this, as you can see me do right now. Okay, so after connecting, I'll go ahead to cut off that shoulder slope area. Just cut it off, we don't need it. Okay, and then we'll continue. So I was saying that for the pants you saw alongside the Dashiki top, if you want to learn how to make it alongside other styles of pants, please send a message to the number you'll be seeing on your screen. Okay, so after cutting out that shoulder slope, I'll pull the front piece to meet with the back piece. Okay, so they are properly aligned on the bottom parts, like you can see me do right now. Okay, I'll pull it to meet with the bottom piece so it is equal at the bottom. Okay, so after doing that, we now have that 4 extra inches we added to the back panel on the top parts, like you can see right now. So I'm going to go ahead right now to roll a 0.5 inches on the front piece, like you can see me do, because we are going to fold and bend the back piece that is longer, on top right now, to fall over the 0.5 inch that we just, drew. So I'll bring it this way, and then I'll make sure it slaps on the front panel, and then it sits on that 0.5 inch that we just rolled out. And then we are going to go ahead to iron it properly. Okay, after iron out this part, we need that line That's the ironing we give to it. What's it called? The gator line, okay? So I have to iron it properly like this. So when I was done ironing, guys, we are going to continue drafting, right? So after ironing, I'll just go ahead to cut out this little piece, excess piece, that is hanging around that area, okay? So right about now, we are going to come in with our neck depth and neck width. So for the neck width, we are using 2.02 inches, 2.025, okay? And then for the depth, we are going to be using 2.5 inches, okay? And then for the back pieces, so I'll just connect it like this to meet with the neck width. Don't forget the width is 2.025, 2 inches and a quarter, okay? So I connect it like this with a round curve. So I'll just go ahead to cut out this part, that part that we folded, that overlap, that's we serve as the neck line for the back. So I just cut it out this way, and then I'll go ahead to cut out the front neckline this way. I'll lift it up and cut it out so we don't cut part of the back pieces, okay? So once we are done cutting, just trim off that part that is not needed. This is what we have. It's looking beautiful. Just trying to make sure that it is properly chopped out and well aligned. Okay, everything is equal. The bottom part is equal. So right about now, I'm going to come in with my hip circumference divided by 4. Okay, hip circumference divided by 4. And then I'll go ahead to add 3 inches allowance to it. Okay, for ease and for seaming, okay? So hip divided by 4 plus 3 inches, whatever yours is, you just go ahead to add it up there. So I'll come up here and then I'll take my bust point, okay, measuring about 11.5 inches, okay, 11 inches, and then I'll just mark it. So I'm also being careful, it's a white fabric. I don't want the chalk to leave a serious stain and dents on it, okay? So once I was done taking my bust points, whatever I have, on the bottom part, which is my hip divided by 4 plus 3, I'll just bring it, to the bust points line, okay? So after doing that, I'm going ahead now to connect these 2 points together, okay? So if this is your first time, please do well to subscribe, okay? Just smash on the subscription button and get subscribed. So right about now, I'm going to come in with my sleeve measurements. Remember, the sleeve measurement is what we actually use to fold, okay? The center back measuring to the point where you want the sleeve to get to, okay? That's what we actually use to fold. So from that point now, I'm going to, so from that slanted point right now, I'm going to connect this way, okay? I'm going to connect this way, just creating like a little curvy effect, okay, to meet with this straight line that we have, okay, just like a wing, okay? And from the shoulder line down to that bust point is going to serve as our sleeve opening, okay? So just go ahead. We'll just go ahead to cut it out this way, okay? And guys, we are done drafting, so we are just doing the cutting, okay, for the back piece. And for the front piece, okay? So the next thing we are going to do right now is to cut the facing, okay? So the back piece is going to have a facing, the front piece is going to have a facing, okay? So I have this fabric, I just fold it up this way, is what you're going to use to cut the facing. So I bring the back piece back, so that we can use it to get our facing. Okay, so the facing is going to be as long as the sleeve. Okay, wherever the sleeve gets to is where the facing is going to get to. Okay, it's not half facing. So just trying to iron my fabric so that it's well straightened. It looks a bit rumpled. So I place the back piece on the fabric like this. Make sure that everything is properly aligned. Okay, so once I was sure that everything is properly aligned, I'll just go ahead to trim off the neckline and then trim off the shoulder slanted line. Okay, this is how to get a facing. Okay, and then I'll measure from the neckline to the point where I want my facing to get to. So I'm going to be using about 7 inches. Okay, I want it to be as long as 7 inches. Okay, and then I confirm the same line for the other side. Okay, I just fold up the back piece and then I'll connect with a roll so that when I cut out, everything will look straight. So is this facing that we'll be using to turn the neckline. Flip it over to the right side of the fabric, and then after turning, you notch. We'll fold this down part by 0.5 and then we'll iron it. Okay, we'll iron it. You can actually use your hemming glue to hold it down if you're encountering difficulties trying to iron it, depending on the kind of fabric you're using. So I open up my back panel. The same thing we are doing for the back panel is almost the same thing we'll do for the front, almost. Okay, but with some little difference. So I place it this way, use it to turn the neckline. So once I'm done turning the neckline, I will notch and then flip it back to the right side. This is the wrong side. Okay, I'll flip it into the right side and then I will stitch. I'll pin it down this way. I'm sorry I didn't get to show where I flipped it. Okay, and then I'll pin it down this one, then around a straight stitch, a neat straight stitch. Okay, and then we are somewhat done with this back panel for now. Okay, so this is the fabric that I'm going to be using for the front piece, the facing for the front piece, like you also saw on the footage, right? So almost the same thing we did for the back piece is what we are going to do here. Okay, so I'm very big on working with fabrics that are properly straightened. It's not good for you to cut your fabric when it looks rumpled. You could have some excess and all of that. Okay, and then your work will not be looking very neat. So it's always good to work with well ironed out fabric if it is within your reach as at the time. Okay, so the facing for the front panel is going to be 8 inches long. Okay, 8 inches long. Right, so I'm confirming my 8 inches on this part, and then I'm going to connect with a roll. I'm actually going to connect it on the African print, not on the white fabric. But before doing that, cut out the neckline, cut out the shoulder slanted area. Okay, then I'll fold it upward so I can connect my straight line on the African print. Okay, please do well to subscribe if you have not. If you are finding value in this tutorial, do well to subscribe, like this video, share, give it a thumbs up, guys, and ask your question if you have any. If you don't have a question, go ahead to tell me what you think about this tutorial. video and what you think we should do best. And if you think we are doing okay, please go ahead to let us know as well. So we are going to slit the center front open, okay, so that it can go through our head, okay. So I'm going to use a 7 inches as my slits, okay. I'm slitting both the facing and the main fabric, okay. Don't forget the depth of the neckline we used was 2.5, so it wouldn't go through the head. So in order for it to go through the head, we have to slit the center front open, and then we're also going to use our placket or our flap to cover it up. So this is when we are done with the facing. I'm going to place the facing, so you can do well to infuse soft interfacing on the African print, okay. So we fold this the edge, you know, by 0.5 like we did for the back panel. You position it properly. You're sewing from the wrong side because we are going to flip it, you know, to the right side of the fabric. As you saw on the footage, it was like a design, you know, on the front part. So I sew the neck round, use it to turn the neck, okay, but I won't turn this side, I won't turn the slit, I'll just turn the neck, only the neck, okay, and then I'll flip it over to the right side, okay. So once I was done flipping to the right side, this is what we have. I stitch it down, okay. This is the neck we've turned. This is looking beautiful. I didn't turn the side, I mentioned it earlier, okay. For the back side, we've also turned. It's looking very white. The table is white, the fabric is white, so we're not seeing it very well, but I'll just show you the outcome after turning it, okay. So at this point right now, we are going to continue. So this piece is for the pockets, so I'm going to carry you along on what the measurements is and how to fix the pockets, the style of pocket. So the length of the pocket fabric is 12.5 inches, the width is 8 inches. Now this is how to go about having that kind of pocket. So I'll fold in by 2 inches and then fold again, and then I will stitch, right? Good. After stitching, you should actually iron at this point, okay. So after stitching, I will fold the side in, okay. So let me flip it so you can see. So I will fold the side in using a 0.5. So the center front of your dashiki, I have the center front line on it. So you are going to place the pocket 3 inches away from that center line, okay. 3 inches away from the center line, and then 2 inches away from the bottom. So I fold this part in, this angle in like this. This is the shape of the pocket I want. This is how I want the pocket to be, not the regular square, okay. So I'll fold the side in like this, all right. As you're folding, you should iron, okay. You can actually fold and use your hemming glue to hold it in place, okay. So I fold it in like that. That is if you can't manage working with it like this, okay. So I fold the sides in and then fold the bottom, you know, with an angle, giving it this angle shape like a diamond kind of, okay. So this is the shape that I want for the pockets. So I'll just pin it down, okay, before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch. I'll fold the bottom this way, I'll pin it down, okay, before taking it to the sewing machine to stitch, okay. So once I was done pinning, I'm going to take it to the sewing machine. I'm going to do a top stitch, okay. I'm going to do a top stitch on it like this, like this, like this, like this, and then like this. So we'll do for this and then do for the other pocket. It has 2 pockets to the other side. Don't forget 3 inches away from your center line. Hope you can see the center line very well. You can iron yours out so that that center line will be obvious and conspicuous. So right about now, we are going to work on our plackets, which is also known as flap, okay. So I lay my ironing fabric. So this one is the small placket, is measuring 2 inches. I've gone ahead to infuse my stay on it. Okay, it's measuring 2 inches, right? And then I'll fold it this way like you can see me illustrate. Okay, I'll fold both sides in using 0.5, right? So this is the big one, it's measuring 3 inches. All right, so the length really is in no particular order, not cast in concrete. So I have this gum stay with me, it's measuring 1.25 inches. Okay, you place it this way and then fuse it to your fabric. So like as I was saying, the length is in no particular order. Remember our slit was 7, or our slit is 7 inches. So what I'm having here is about 12 inches. Okay, so beyond the slit, the placket can still come down beyond the slit. Is a design on its own. All right, so this one that was measuring 2 inches, after folding we have 0.6 inches. Okay, I folded on both sides. We have 0, it's measuring 0.6 inch, as you can see, and this is the big one. Once we were done folding, it's measuring 1.25 inches. So I picked the smaller one and then I'm going to sandwich it to one part of the slits like this, you can see. Okay, I'm going to sandwich it to one part of the slit this way, and then I'm going to sew down. So this is longer than the slit. I will cut off the excesses once we are done sandwiching it to one part of the slit. Okay, I'm going to go ahead, but before then I'm going to do a bit of notch, on this part, like you can see me do. That scissors was misbehaving, so I had to change it, right? So it enables this placket to sit well. Okay, when you do that, not just a little cuts. Okay, and then I'm going to sew and cut off the excess. All right, you can see cutting off the excess to the exact point where the slit ended. Okay, so I'm going to grab my bigger placket. I'll place it this way from the top, and then I'm going to sew from the inside. Okay, I'm going to sew from the inside, right? Just sew it down this way, and then I'll show you what's next to do. Hey guys, do well to subscribe if you've not. Like this video, share and give a thumbs up. So this is when we're done stitching. Okay, we're done stitching. As you can see, we stitch from the inside. Okay, this is the smaller one. You see it's looking all neat. So right about now, the next thing you would do is to place your placket this way. As you can see, just arrange it properly, making sure that there are no folds anywhere on your outfit. Just endeavor to arrange it well, place it well. So I'm going to use my pin to hold it down. Okay, as you can see, the placket is looking longer than the sleeve, exactly how I want it. It's beautiful. Just give me a different design right about around that area. Okay, so I position it properly, then I'm going to sew like this, like this, like this, and bring it to that. I'll close it up there. Okay, so that's where the slit is going to end. The slit will not open beyond that place. Just watch how I am stitching. Okay, so I'll just stitch like this, like I illustrated earlier. Okay, whilst using my hand to arrange to prevent any form of folds around the area. Okay, I'm very careful doing this. So I'll stitch this way. I'll raise up my footer, I turn it, drop my footer, and then continue stitching. Raise up my footer, turn it this way. Okay, tell me what you feel about this outfit. To me, I think it's very beautiful. Okay, howbeit it is my opinion, so tell me what your opinion is. Okay, Do well to follow us on all our social media and on Facebook at Fashion Boss Innovations, Instagram at Fashion Boss, TikTok at Fashion Boss, and then of course you're already on YouTube. Do well to subscribe, like, share, and give a thumbs up. So I close it up, on this area. Okay. Right. So after doing that, the next thing we will do, I will continue stitching. Okay, after closing it up there, I will continue stitching like this, just on the edge of the placket. Okay, so I will stitch like this. Okay. And guys, we are done fixing our plackets. Please don't go without subscribing, liking, sharing, giving a thumbs up, and then dropping your comment. Just tell me thank you, I'm doing well. Even if I'm not doing well, guys, drop it on the comment section. Just say something. Just say something. I need you to say something. So once we're done fixing our plackets, I'm coming in now with my back panel. Okay, we are going to stitch our shoulders. Okay, we're almost done with the outfits. Okay, so right part facing right part. Guys, you know how we usually turn our shoulders, using one to turn the other. So we actually have enough, we have the facing and the main fabric, the facing and the main fabric. So I'm going to use one, flip it over this way. Okay, and turn your shoulder for neat finishing. So once I was done flipping, I will just stitch on it. Okay, and then do the same to the other parts of the shoulder, and then we are done fixing, stitching our shoulders and joining the back panel to the front panel. So I did that. I did for the other side too. Okay, just trimming off my excess thread. So once we are done, this is what we have. You see, it's looking beautiful. This is the inside, no seam at all. Guys, I can actually make this outfit. You won't see any seam anywhere, no rough edges anywhere. There will be no parts to weave or to overlock. So at this point, I'm going to stitch round the neck, just do a top stitch, and then stitch on the shoulder line that we just joined. Okay, so guys, at the beginning of this video, whilst we're stitching, just listen to what I'm saying whilst your eyes are fixed on what we are doing. So at the beginning of this video, I mentioned that we have a training ongoing. We have an ongoing training rather, that is strictly for pants trousers. Okay, trousers or pants trousers. I'm sure you understand what I'm trying to say. So I'm top stitching on the shoulders also. Okay, like the pants you saw with this Dashiki. Okay, is amongst the style you are going to learn in the pants class. Okay, like I said, there are different types of pants. Do well to register for that training. Just send me a message on the number you're seeing on your screen. So this is the sleeve. We are going to go ahead, okay, to fold the sleeve. Okay, just the same regular way we do folding, double folding, right? Do well to send me a message on the number you're seeing on your screen. You are going to learn from drafting, from measurement to drafting to stitching, knowing how to cut and attach your zip flyers, your shield, your pockets on your pants, the pants that we have elastic on the side, bands, whatsoever pants is entailed, guys. You're going to learn it on this training, and it's shikini money. Okay, just send a message on the number you're seeing on your screen right now if you're interested, in knowing how to make pants. Okay, all right guys, we are almost done with this training. I'm just folding up the sleeve. Okay, the hem of the sleeve. Have you subscribed yet? please do well to smash the subscribe button and also the bell. The bell enables you to get notifications each time we drop videos, and guys, we always do drop videos. Okay, so we are done folding the hem of the sleeve. We are going to close the sides of the Dashiki top right about now. So I'm measuring my sleeve 10 inches. Okay, and then from there I'm going to close the sides. Okay, after closing the sides, we'll just fold the hem of the Dashiki top. Voila, we are done. Okay, so if you found value on this tutorial, do well to like. I'm emphasizing on liking, sharing, subscribing, and giving a thumbs up. A lot of you come watch videos on this channel and you are not subscribed. You won't even give a thumbs up. You are not being fair. I will say that is wickedness. It's not good. When somebody does something that is good, the least you can say is thank you. I'm not asking for money or for anything. Just, encourage my efforts. That's all I'm asking for. Just subscribe, guys. Thank you as you subscribe. God bless you. So right about now, we are going to fold the hem of the top, and then we are done with this training. Okay, so do well to subscribe, do well to like, do well to share, and don't forget the pants trouser training if you are interested. Follow us on our social media handles at Instagram at Fashion Boss, TikTok at Fashion Boss, Facebook at Fashion Boss Innovations. Okay, we also drop tutorials, on Facebook. Do well to follow our Facebook page. We have a group on Facebook as well. Do well to join the group at Fashion Boss Innovation. So guys, this is the results of all the English we've been speaking. Tell me this is not beautiful. Just tell me this is not beautiful. Alright guys, enjoy this view and we'll see you guys in our next video. Okay, bye bye for now. Don't go without subscribing. No, you will see me in your dream. Okay guys, so I'll see you guys in the next video. Right, bye bye and have a blessed moment. Okay.